On the 24th of February, Toromivana 019 set his score on the Elements and Tail of Fire with 1300 PP, and would have been the PP record currently had he FC'd. The map is filled with 315 BPM streams, being a whopping 10.8 stars. It's safe to say this is up there as one of the best speed scores set in Osu for at least these past 2 years. Wait, you're telling me someone hates it? To catch you up to speed, there is a semi-popular streamer in the Osu community, which I don't know if you've heard of the guy. He's called BTMC, but he's pretty underground in the Osu community, so I don't know if you've heard of him. Sum up the situation, BMC was reacting to Toru Mivana's play and absolutely shitting on it. Now, there are many problems with his reaction, and I mean a lot of problems. And I will get into that shortly. But first, I do have to give my props to John Porler, actually, who was with BTMC at the time. Somehow, he has become the smartest person in the room who actually has operating brain cells. So, congrats to him for using his brain for something other than thinking of lolicon jokes. I'll cut John some slack though, because he wasn't dick riding BTMC, so I won't mention him after this point. Anyways, if you need to be caught up with the situation, here's the clip.
So when you're looking, we're not just looking at whether or not he's cheating, right? Because I can't tell. For me personally, I'm looking at, is the score impressive?
Oh yeah.
Because I don't care about PP. Okay, PP is not what designates if a score is good or not. Okay, I look at the score itself and see what about the score makes it impressive. Is it actually worth an upvote? Is this something that should be shared amongst the community? Is this worthy news? Because this is the top. This is the second top post r/Osu game score right now. This got to be like a crazy score, right? So let's take a look. Is the score actually interesting? Do you find the score interesting?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
How the fuck? It's boring as shit. It's just 300 ppm streams. Everyone fucking does 300 ppm streams nowadays. This is boring.
If your mind hasn't deteriorated from the mind-numbing dog shit take which was just spoken, let me elaborate why this situation is probably worse than you think. Let's point out the obvious. This score is in no way replicable by anyone currently active in the Osu game community. 315 BPM stamina is the only something that a select few people have, let alone playing a map which is more than 4 minutes long. That's like 10 times to say goodbyes, if you think about it. Let's not too critical though. We all know that the S in BTMC stands for speed player. Of course he knows what he's talking about. Jokes aside, why does shitting on a play and not being able to replicate it is becoming the new norm nowadays? Future video sneak peek. Worst case scenario, if you think he's cheating, just say it instead of talking about the score being shit just because your ass can't be saying 900s doing a fucking farmathon. And the excuse saying that since he doesn't know him personally, so he doesn't care about the score is absolutely absurd. To put it in context, that's like saying, oh, I don't know Emrek personally, so who cares if he like FC the apparition or something? Like, it's ridiculous. The notion that if the score isn't interesting, don't post it on the internet is absolutely, like, it shocks my mind. Might as well not post your top place, everyone. Only good scores can be set and posted on the internet, bitches. Shitting on other people just because you don't value their score in your eyes doesn't mean it's not impressive what someone else is doing. Not to forget, by the way, BTMC is also someone with a giant audience with a lot of influence in the Osu community. Hypothetically, if the fans were stupid enough to preach what he has said in the video, people would be attacking Toro just because he set a 1300 PP play? Like, what did he do wrong? He played 300 BPM streams! Like, I don't get this shit, man. Like, honestly, it's terrible. However, let's play devil's advocate for a second and say that BTMC is rage baiting and following his quote, 2025 is the year I get cancelled statement he keeps talking about every fucking time in his live streams. In that case, that's even worse. So you've deteriorated into bringing people down and being toxic to others just to get a quick cash grab and stir up attention. I understand Ed probably doesn't like the game right now, and is maybe burnt out from playing Osu and being egged on to react to plays because of his farmathon, if you think about it that way. But if you don't want to react to his play, Why even shit on the score in front of 1,000 people who watch you, not to see you shit on people's scores, but because they're entertained by what you bring to the table? You're not even playing Osu and people are still watching you. That's how much people like you. I remember when Ed was hosting Osu events like the Roundtable and making the community a better place, doing really fucking cool things, which I used to watch all the time. Nowadays, he's just been negative towards the game in general, and most of his statements feel like it's fabricated just to stir the pot and bait comments just for the Farmathon. I remember when I started posting Osu on this channel initially, I was just a boy, having fun at the game, and I wasn't very good, and still am not good to this day to be honest. However, being bad at the game doesn't mean I can't post scores I was really happy with at the time. I never posted the scores for people to think that this was the peak of Osu, where I was the pinnacle of the game. I never posted the scores to gain fame and traction and build a name for myself. I was just a kid in my cramped wooden table playing on a $5 membrane keyboard, sideways, and my school mouse. I did it though because I had love for the game and partly wanted to show that no matter with the setup I had, I could set plays and enjoy the game, which I love to get on every weekend. I love spreading positivity around, even though that sounds a bit corny. This just seems like a bit middle finger to anyone whose plays get shown, whether a 100 PP milestone for a 6 digit to a PP record. We spend time playing the game to get to that point with the hard work, and shitting on it and disrespecting other people's plays just leaves a bitter feeling inside of me. I can't explain why. Anyways, sorry this video isn't like my usuals. I don't really like being negative, but I felt this did warrant some kind of video showing how stupid this situation is. Also, this is very different to what I usually post, and if you do enjoy these kinds of videos, I may plan to do these mini OSU documentaries in my spare time when I'm off from school. So leave a like if you've enjoyed. Message me on Discord if you need anything or just want to chat. I'm always open to a conversation, especially if you're hot dommy mommy. And thanks for watching me, whether this is your first video or not. I really appreciate you sticking through the whole video. See you next time. Also, BMC, do better.